towards the end, he had nothing left. He was fatigued towards the end. Whereas Jamie Moore did the right thing. He tucked up, he preserved his energy very, very well. He did the right thing. But Matthew Macklin, initially, how aggressive he was, the speed he came out with, the body shots he threw, he wasn't wanted to take a backward step. Even when he got caught with strong thudding shots from Jamie Moore, he refused. He refused to step back.
Ricky, did it surprise you just how strong Macklin was early on?
Not really, no, because I've sparred with him, and it's like sparring with a bear at times. He's so physically strong. But he come out of the traps like a greyhound. He really flew out. And in fact, you know, I had him maybe a couple of rounds up. It was ebbing and flowing. It was going one way and the next. You know, maybe Jamie could have been a couple of rounds up. But I think what it was, once he hit that 10th round, there was nothing left. It just didn't quite pace the fight right, where Jamie did, and that what made the difference.
We thought he maybe had burnt himself out in the first 5 or 6 rounds, but it got brutal around about round 7.
You know, they both said it's going to be a brutal fight, and you never could have guessed how rough this fight was going to be. This was a real humdinger. This was two fighters but that seriously believed they were the better fighter in the ring, and they were willing, they want to draw first blood. And it was, I've never seen a fight like that, ever. You know, these guys who were hit, they were hurt, they still came back for more. Hit and hurt and still came back for more. Your emotions were up and down. It was such an unbelievable, aggressive fight. Second to none.
How do they keep going when it's a fight like that?
It's just heart. It's just pure heart. And, you know, and Matthew Macklin, you know, the courage he showed. Jamie would come back at him with thunderous shots, and he'd just come through it, and he'd come through it. And but I think Jamie paced it right. You know, he knew when to initiate his attacks, he knew when to back off and conserve a bit of energy, where Matthew was flat out, and he may have got his nose in front, but really, you know, if you don't pace it right, you know, you could be 11 rounds in front, but if you get beat in the last round because you've not paced it right, it's you know, it's a shame. But
was it a case towards the end that Macklin just had nothing more to give?
Jamie Moore's experience won him that fight tonight. Matthew Macklin, it was totally drained. He had nothing left, and that was part of the reason why he ended up in that situation. It wasn't a nice thing to see. It was a thudding shot. Jamie Moore's shots were very, very strong all the way through the fight. But when you're a fatigued, tired fighter that's giving your all physically and mentally, and you get hit with a shot like that, there's no coming back.
Jamie Moore was well ahead on 2 of the 3 scorecards. One scorecard was level. Would you have seen it that way, Ricky?
Yeah, you know, you could have a case for that, very much so. You know, I just think Matthew was just, his work rate was just